The moment the flight attendant leaned forward, narrowed her eyes, and asked, "Excuse me, where is the child's mother?" The entire first-class cabin fell silent. It wasn't just the question that made heads turn, but the underlying tone: disbelief, assumption, dismissal. Before we continue, if you are watching our video for the first time, you're highly welcome to ELLIOT Stories. Please bless and support us by hitting that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for more edifying stories coming your way tomorrow and never to miss any. Share to friends who love stories filled with twist and morals and loved ones who loves respect and justice no matter the cost. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story travel, and to other beautiful and hard-working YouTubers, let's interact in the comment section. I hope to see you soon. We also deeply appreciate our unique constant viewers, our high-esteemed subscribers, lovely new viewers and our first-time subscribers for being part of our growth. This story was humbly crafted and brought to you by ELLIOT Stories. Catch you on the next one. Huge appreciation from ELLIOT Stories. Amanda Blake had barely settled into her cream leather seat with her 2-year-old son Nathan when the comment hit her like an ice-cold splash. She turned, slowly, with the patience of a queen and the eyes of a storm. The look she gave the young brunette flight attendant was calm, but it carried the weight of 1,000 untold stories. "I am his mother," Amanda said evenly, adjusting Nathan's jumper and tucking a curl behind her ear. The attendant's lips parted, her brows arched as if she had just seen something she couldn't believe. Her eyes darted between the baby and the woman, searching for signs that would justify her judgment. The golden curls on Nathan's head, the pale blue of his eyes, and his porcelain skin, nothing resembled the melanin-rich, bold-featured woman cradling him. It didn't matter that Amanda was dressed in a tailored navy suit, her hair styled in a proud halo of coils, or that her designer heels matched the gold-rimmed glasses perched confidently on her nose, or that she had boarded the plane ahead of many others, escorted personally by the airline's head of VIP services. None of that mattered, because the stereotype had spoken first. A low chuckle came from seat 2C, an older man in a golf shirt and Rolex, who muttered loud enough, "Must be the nanny." Amanda heard it. So did everyone else. But she didn't flinch. Instead, she reached into her Birkin bag and pulled out a slim leather folder. Wordlessly, she opened it and handed it to the stunned flight attendant. Inside were 3 items. 1. A first-class boarding pass with the name Amanda Blake printed clearly. 2. A notarized birth certificate listing her as Nathan Blake's mother. 3. A glossy, full-page cover of Forbes magazine featuring Amanda, under the headline, "The Woman Behind the Wings, Aviation's Youngest Black CEO." The air grew heavier. The flight attendant's cheeks flushed crimson. She stammered an apology, but Amanda raised a hand. "No, don't apologize to me in secret. Say it loud enough for everyone who heard your assumption to hear your correction." The entire cabin was still. Amanda's voice was calm, but firm, the kind that commanded boardrooms, not just seats. The attendant nodded, stood straighter, and said aloud, "Ladies and gentlemen, I owe this passenger a sincere apology. I wrongly assumed something that was not true. Ms. Amanda Blake is indeed this child's mother and a valued VIP with our airline." A ripple of murmurs flowed through the cabin. A few clapped. Others shifted uncomfortably. The man in 2C suddenly found the safety pamphlet very interesting. Amanda smiled politely and reclined her seat. Nathan, unaware of the commotion, was already playing with his stuffed elephant. But that wasn't the end of it. As the flight took off, the whispers grew. A young woman in 3A leaned across the aisle and said, "I just want to say, I admire how you handled that. People need to be corrected sometimes." Amanda nodded. "Thank you. But more than correction, we need transformation." Somewhere over the Atlantic, the cabin lights dimmed, dinner was served, and Amanda noticed the same flight attendant lingering nervously by the galley. She motioned her over. "Can I ask you something honestly?" Amanda said. "Of course, When you saw me with Nathan, what did you think?" The woman hesitated, then sighed. "I thought you were the nanny. I didn't even consider." "I'm so sorry." Amanda nodded. "That's the problem. It's not about you being sorry, it's about you not even considering the possibility. That's where the work starts." The attendant looked away, ashamed. "But," Amanda added, "you corrected yourself. That's something." The woman smiled faintly. "Thank you." But Amanda's journey, and the story, stretched far beyond that flight. In the days that followed, a passenger from the flight posted a detailed account on social media, along with a photo of the Forbes magazine cover. Within hours, The story went viral. Not the nanny trended. Thousands of women, especially women of color, shared their own experiences of being mistaken for babysitters, assistants, or anything but the professionals, wives, or mothers they actually were. Amanda was invited to speak on talk shows, podcasts, and panels. But she refused most. Until she appeared on one platform, not for herself, but for the message. "This isn't about me being mistaken for a nanny," she said into the camera. "It's about the limited imaginations people have when they look at someone like me. It's about the internalized hierarchy of race, class, and roles we still carry in this society. It's about expanding the possibilities we see in every person, regardless of their color, gender, or story." She paused, then continued. "Because if your instinct tells you a black woman in first class must be working for someone, and not the one who owns the plane, then it's your instinct that needs retraining." That clip alone reached over 12 million views. Airlines, corporations, and institutions began discussing unconscious bias training more seriously. Amanda was later asked to help design a module specifically for airline staff, a program now implemented globally. But perhaps the most powerful twist came a year later. Amanda received a handwritten letter. It was from the flight attendant. "Dear Ms. Blake, I've thought of you every day since that flight. Your grace, your strength, your correction, it changed me. I've taken courses, read books, and now I train new attendants on cultural humility. Thank you for not just shutting me down, but showing me a better way to rise." Signed, Samantha Lee. Amanda smiled. Because in a world of noise, sometimes the softest correction speaks the loudest. And sometimes, a mistaken identity can lead to a very real awakening. The moral of this story is simple, yet profound. Respect should not be based on skin, status, or assumption. Humanity demands better. We must challenge the boxes we've placed people in, not just with apologies, but with action. From the runway to the boardroom, from the streets to the skies, dignity has no color and motherhood has no template. Never underestimate a woman holding a child. She may just be holding a legacy. This story was humbly crafted and brought to you by ELLIOT Stories. Catch you on the next one. Huge appreciation from ELLIOT Stories.